It's 3:15. Good to have you with us on ENCA. We'll talk about grade 1 and grade 8 online school applications in a couple of moments. First of all, I want to take us back to Diepsloot first, where residents are fed up there over a visible policing, or rather the lack thereof, protests in Diepsloot from last night already. Let's go back to our reporter, Manqoba Mchunu, on the scene for us. Hello to you, Manqoba. Give us a sense what's Diepsloot looking like this afternoon. From what I can see behind you, not going particularly well.
Well, not going particularly well indeed, Gareth. As you can see here behind, the residents are still out and about here in the community. They're going to the various areas here in the various locations here in Diepsloot, where they have been essentially dismantling and breaking in to some of the businesses here that they say are owned by illegal foreign nationals. And they say these are the very foreign nationals that occupy these particular stands and stalls and shacks that are behind some of the criminality in this community, that harbor criminal activity in this particular community. I want to show you this side, just where the community members have now gone down, just looking for one of those foreign nationals. We're told that this was one of the people here that had been brandishing a knife when he saw a crowd approaching to his direction. So there is a large group of community members that have now gone in pursuit of this particular person, and we are told that he had managed to run towards that direction where they've now headed to. But Gareth, I can tell you that it's still quite tense here. The scene, as you can see behind me, still quite chaotic here. There are still quite a number of community members that are out here on the streets, that are protesting on the streets, and they are saying that they will continue with this protest up until their demands are met. But also some of them, Gareth, saying that they are fed up with trying to speak peacefully with police and authorities to raise these issues, because it doesn't seem like there is any resolution to these issues here in the community, and that's the reason why they've now opted to take the law into their own hands. And just here on this side is one of the shops here in this particular community that was ransacked by the angry protesters that are here on the streets. They had removed some of the items here. They of course had also broken the door here home to dismantle this particular shack, which they say is among those that they are targeting this afternoon. It started last night, Gareth, where we saw many of the shops here, we saw many of the stalls here that belong to foreign nationals being attacked, and many of them being dismantled and set alight, with community members, of course, saying that they are the main contributors as far as crime is concerned in this community. So, Gareth, we still continue to see the fires here in this area. They are burning on almost every street corner here. The streets are barricaded with rocks and burning tires. There's also debris from some of these shops that is also being torched and burnt by these community members, who are essentially saying that they are taking matters into their own hands. They are not trusting police to rid this area of criminal activity, but they're saying that as community members, it's time to stand up now and take matters into their own hands, because the police, they say, in this community have failed them. The police have failed to respond and deal with issues of crime in this community. Of course, you'll recall that just last year, the police minister was here following the mob justice incident that had taken place here, where one of the foreign national, a Zimbabwean man, Elvis Nyati, was killed by community members. And subsequent to that incident that had occurred, the police minister then arrived in this community promising that there will be deployments. And in fact, we did see Amaperete being deployed in this particular community. They had been stationed here for a couple of months to try and ensure that they attend to some of the crime issues here. But just after they were removed, or those deployments were, retracted by the police, that's when community members say they saw again a surge in crime in this area, and it has been continuing unabated. They're saying that people that are coming from work are being targeted every day. Not a day goes without any incident being reported in this community. But what's worrying them even more are the robberies, the violent robberies that are taking place in this community, where they say people are being shot and killed during those robberies. There have been quite a number of incidents that community members have alluded to, and one that really sparked this incident that we're seeing from last night is the death of the former chairperson of the Community Policing Forum, who died after being shot at while trying to assist in one of the crimes that had been taking place in this community. And we understand that there were also other people that were shot in the area. I'm just going to ask my colleague just to move with us. This crowd, of course, continuing. They had been indicating that they are planning to go to the N14 freeway, which is not far from here, where they are planning to shut down particular freeway to ensure that nothing moves here in and around Diepsloot, not only inside but also outside this settlement. They're saying that this is the only way that they can get the attention of authorities. They have been trying for years to get the attention of authorities, and it doesn't seem like anything is given in as far as crime is concerned. You can see even some of the taxis are struggling to drive through here because the roads are closed, because of the protest that is taking place here. And the community members have been going up and down, Gareth. Literally, they've been going through each and every street here in the area where they say there are those that are suspected to be criminals, or those that are suspected to be assisting criminals in any way, and they've been dismantling those particular structures. They've been burning them to the ground, and they are saying that this is not going to stop up until they address themselves this issue of crime in this community. I see some community members pointing in that direction. I guess maybe they're seeing another one of those stores that they suspect perhaps could be behind some of the crime in this area. But where they're heading to now, Gareth, is towards the R511 road, which is a road that links this particular area to four ways, as well as the N14 freeway. And I think they are quite adamant that they are going to go to the N14 freeway with the intention, of course, of disrupting traffic and of ensuring that nothing moves in and around this particular area. They're saying that they don't want to hear from police, they don't want to hear from the police minister, Begicele, but they want the president to come and address some of their issues. But what is worrying, though, Gareth, and what we're seeing here is just the number of young children that are also part of this particular protest, that are also part of some of the activities that are happening here. Of course, police are trying their level best to try and, calm, this particular protest, to disperse these protesters, but it doesn't seem to be helping at all, because the minute police come to them, they go in a different direction, and then they take a different direction as far as this protest is concerned. So as you see them now, Gareth, they are heading towards the R511, and from there they're saying that they're heading to the N14 freeway, but along the way, as they are marching towards that direction, we are seeing quite a lot of destruction. We're seeing a number of shops being destroyed and being set alight.
Then for the moment, Manqoba, while you continue to follow them, we're trying to keep an eye out as well for where police are in the area. As you say, police are in other parts of Diepsloot, but let's not forget this is where it all started last night as well. One of the first complaints from the members of the community was that there isn't enough visible policing. Now, here is the irony, here is the problem. As you look at those visuals, I'm also not seeing any police in the area. We're going to give Manqoba and our team on the ground just a chance to catch up with that crowd, catch their breath and come back to them. But very worrying coming out of Diepsloot. You'll excuse the shaky visuals, I'm sure, as we start moving around Diepsloot. For this afternoon, where are we? Just 25 minutes after 3 o'clock. The residents, it seems, making their way through Diepsloot streets to the R511. Manqoba, quite right. That is the road that is running towards Fourways, just off the N14 as well. So as we're heading up to 3:30, that's going to be potentially worrying for afternoon traffic as well. It is still a very small group for the moment. We're waiting to hear from authorities if there's a concern around the R511 and the N14 this afternoon, but they are moving in that direction. We'll give our team a chance just to regroup with them, and I'm sure we'll go back there the moment they have an update for us out in Diepsloot.